Okay, as we were going out, we had highlights from the Beach Shelbyville game. Beach went on the road to pick up a 44-30 victory in Class 5A playoff action. We are now looking at Harpeth and Goodpasture. Goodpasture got up in this one early, 20-0. Cameron Tompkins with the touchdown there. Harpeth trying to mount a comeback. Goodpasture defense not having it. Again, Goodpasture up 20-0 at the half. Got away with a 36-20 win in Class 3A first-round playoff action. The Cougars will be heading over to undefeated Fairview Friday night and taking that defense with them. Fairview with a couple of nice running backs, and this Goodpasture defense is going to be challenged to try to hold them down. But if this performance against Harpeth is any indication, they may be ready for the challenge. Again, Goodpasture holding Harpeth down and getting away with a 36-20 first-round victory. Goodpasture 9-2 on the season now. So big win for Jerry Jocelyn and the Cougars at home this past Friday night.
You know, they say that defense wins championships. Offense scores points and puts butts in the stands. Which do you think is true? I mean, do you think it's true that?
Yes.
But sometimes I think that maybe a good offense can overcome that. Like if you can win in a shootout, you can still win. It doesn't matter what your defense does.
And sometimes there are coaches that will tell you their best defense is their offense. If they can stay on the field and keep their defense off the field and keep the ball away from the other team, that works as well. There are a few teams that have kind of put that recipe to work this year. So yeah.
So you like my Preds?
Your sweater.
Old school.
Sweater.
Yes. You like that? It's called sweater. This is what gets snatched over people's heads like when you get. They don't let them do that anymore like they used to, do they? Probably not.
Depends on who you ask.
I guess that's true. Yeah. Anyway, so the Preds got a 3-1 win over Ottawa, so I thought I'd wear my shirt in commemoration of that. PJ Subban. I tell you what, I've been watching he and Shea Weber. I said Pete Weber. Hey, Pete,
watching him too.
Yeah, I've been watching him too. Him and Shea Weber. Just kind of seeing what we got comparatively speaking to what Montreal got, you know. And Shea's playing some pretty good ball up there. Some pretty good ball. He's actually doing well up there. He's skating really well. And actually scoring points, something he couldn't do here in Nashville. But PK, we saw him getting a point and an assist. Guys doing it, so
it's early.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about the Tennessee Titans, Mr. Football semifinalists, of which I am a presenter to the big boys, the offensive linemen.
Congratulations!
How about that, man? Yeah. Ask your old boy to do that. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, they announced the semifinalists last Friday.
Right.
They will whittle that down to 2 finalists on November 15th, and they will do that online at TitansOnline.com. Mike Keith, the Bot, the voice of the Titans, will announce that online, and they will bring those.
Is that offensive?
Vot?
Oh, okay. I thought,
no.
Sounds too much like something else. I thought, the Vot.
No, I think it's pretty cool.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah, anyway, Mike is going to be announcing the finalists on November 15th online, and they will invite those 2 finalists to a banquet the Monday before the state championships games that will be held up in Cookeville on first weekend in December.
So maybe we should go over some of the guys that are actually going to be walking across the stage.
Yeah.
Class 1A, how about that, Morris? Let's start with the linemen. Let's start with the big bodies.
The big bodies. We got a couple of local kids, Brent Lawless from Nashville Christian and Spencer Nord from Monterey. Among the backs, you got Preston Rice from Wayne County and DJ Taylor, a Wake Forest commitment as a linebacker from Huntland down in Franklin County. So those are your 1A linemen and back semifinalists.
Yeah, so how about that? Obviously, when you got good linemen like Josh Silva, you're going to have a good back like Kane Roberts. Yeah, it's usually funny how that works.
Greenback was in the state finals in 1A last year and wrote those 2 guys, so they're both back and ready to make some more noise.
I ain't scared of them. Moving on to Class 2A, starting with the linemen there. We got 2 cats from Marion County. How does that even happen?
Well, because they're pretty good. But you also got Rusty Stats from Watertown, an Air Force commitment, and Slayton Wild from Chapel Hill, who committed to Wofford over in South Carolina here recently. So congratulations to Slayton.
So he's Rusty Stats from Watertown. Rusty Stats from Watertown.
Yeah.
Okay, he's not going to get teased about that. Good thing he's a lineman.
Yeah.
We're thick-skinned.
I don't think anybody's going to tease Mr. Stats.
Absolutely. How big is he?
He's pretty big.
Okay, well, that's all that matters.
His quarterback, Seth Price from Watertown, is also up for the award, along with Cordarian Richardson, a Clemson commit over at Tresvant, who won it last year, I believe.
Really?
Yeah.
It's kind of unfair that the guy's in the running again, isn't it? How about that?
He's back.
Talent aplenty. Moving on to Class 3A, the linemen. How about that? East Nashville, Jacob Phillips. What?
Linebacker, Oklahoma commit. Lost in the first round of the playoffs over at Fairview this past weekend, but Wasn't because of anything he did. This kid is a sideline-to-sideline playmaker.
How often do you see a guy that's actually one of the semifinalists as a lineman and also as a back from, I always mess this up, Sequatchie County?
Mm-hmm. Hunter Davenport?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
It's impressive.
Right.
Hey, don't miss Terrell Carter up there.
If I did,
Memphis
I knew you'd be there to pick it up.
There you go.
There you
Memphis
go.
commit.
How about Class 4A? Caden Mays. Now, we don't usually see many kids from, that neck of the woods down there in Knoxville. But,
Yeah, but the exception is this kid because
Right.
he's a UT commit. His dad played at UT, Kevin Mays, and if you get it, this is your boys.
Is he a successor?
Oh, absolutely. And,
Really?
and that,
An heir apparent, maybe?
And that line is massive up there for Knoxville Catholic. This is what Marshall County ran into last year in the state semifinals and what Pearl Cone had to deal with in the championship game last year. He's right in the middle of it.
He's got to be loaded. Chase Kirshen and Amari Rogers. Jeez.
Rogers is a Clemson commit as well. But check out the other two linemen from 4A. You got Kay McWilliams, who we talked about a little bit ago. You've also got Rutger Rietmeyer, who's an Oregon commit for Lipscomb Academy. So, and your Purdue guy, Antoine Branch for Kenwood, is up there on the backside. So,
like that. Hey, moving right along, Class 5A. How about from Centennial? Eli Katina.
Done a great job this year. He and Nick Bell in that front line blocking for Zion Lee and Jerry O. Wilson, and that they are a big reason why the Cougars are 10-1 heading into this weekend against Henry County.
Nice. Jordan Mason, of course.
You got Malik Gray, the UT committed at Laverne as well at linebacker.
Yeah, can't forget about Jordan Mason.
No, Jordan's had a heck of a season.
He is the green in the green wave.
Unfortunately, didn't get to play in last week's game against Independence with a sprained ankle. 2,000-yard season, though. Great year. And Jacob Murphy over at Dixon County, one of the top quarterbacks in the state.
How about Class 6A? Max Ray, one of the big guys.
Yeah, junior, who's already committed to Georgia.
How about that? What else we got there? Of course, Division 2A. We can't miss these guys.
Hey, hold up. Before you go, don't miss Jacoby Stevens at Oakland.
How could I do that?
I don't know.
Yeah, the guy that we're going to have on here in a few minutes, he pretty much knows Jacoby Stevens, too. We'll get his thoughts about it.
He does know Jacoby, yeah.
The LSU commit still, right? He hasn't changed his mind, right?
He hasn't changed his mind. Now, that's interesting because last year when you had the conversation about whether Les was going to be back or not, that was when he decommitted from LSU. This time around, so far, he's hanging in there with the Tigers. It'll be interesting to see if they can hang on to him to February.
All right. Well, how about Dylan Hopkins? I just wanted to say his name. Marable. We always talk about Marable atop the Class 6A.
Well, two Marable guys up there. T.D. Blackman, the linebackers, had a great career up there.
Oh, that's right. All right, let's move along. Division 2A, we're talking about Knoxville Webb's always got some people in there representing Morgan Ernst and, of course, Elijah Howard.
Elijah Howard, an 8th grader.
What'd you say?
8th grader.
That's pretty exceptional.
5'10", 160-pound speedster.
Man.
He got a nice future ahead of him. Trey Smith at USJ, one of the top linemen in the state.
Speed kills. How about Jason's third baseman, Tanner Antonucci?
In Division 2AA?
In Division, I'm sorry, I didn't tell you that. Yes, Division 2AA. Moving right along. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
he kind of put a hokey jokey on our producer.
He caught the winning touchdown pass actually against the NBA a couple of weeks ago.
They throw it to tight end nowadays?
And apparently they did. Well,
oh my gosh.
6'6", 245. Okay. Maybe that's a good idea.
I know that's right. How about Ben Brooks from Pope John Paul II there too?
And this is a guy who is a Mr. Football semifinalist. He was a Mr. Baseball finalist this past spring, and he's a Memphis commit as well in baseball.
I like you giving the special teams some representation. Kicker of the year. East Hamilton, Jake McClure.
And the two local guys, Jacob Smith from Siegel and Adam Williams from Wilson Central. So nice representation locally in all of these.
As this thing gets whittled down, where can they go again to find out more information? Like as it narrows it down to the
on November 15th.
November 15th
on Titans Online.
Titans Online.
Around 11 a.m. I think is when the announcements are supposed to be made, and Mike Keith will be handling that as they announce the two finalists in each of those categories, and those guys will be the ones that come to the luncheon at the last Monday in November. I don't remember the exact date.
Last date in November. That's cool. Hey, we've got to take a break. When we come back, it's our Prep Rewind segment with our in-studio guest, Innsworth baseball coach Jason Maxwell. Yeah, you don't want to stick around for that. We'll get to our pull-apart peak performers at the end of the segment. More from the Zander Insurance Countdown to Friday in just a few minutes. Stick around. We'll be right back.